On today's episode of Horror Movie Talk, we will be reviewing Osgood Perkins' new hit movie, Keeper. Stay tuned to learn more about what Bryce is looking for in a mate.
Is this a metal thing?
Yes.
Little taste.
David, what is this?
It's pretty thick.
Great.
I have to kill a lot of people. Just tell me what you want me to fuck.
I have big tits and a tiny vagina.
Oil me up, Daddy.
I can't believe that Bryce prefers big tits. Mistletoe alert.
This is backcountry.
This guy was a real jerk.
How long can Hugo being pregnant?
Chomp, 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 chomp.
Oh, she's such a dick, David.
Okay, everybody, put on your corpse handling gloves.
Ew.
Hoodie Picasso.
Horror.
Hello, everybody. My name is Max.
And I'm Bryce Hanson.
And I'm Sydney Lee.
And this is Horror Movie Talk. We are a silly and opinionated horror movie review show. New releases always get priority, but we also review older horror movies, both good and horrible. Don't expect a full recap, but strap in for some hot takes as we dive into what we liked and hated about the movie. Make sure to rate and review anywhere you're listening. Check out horrormovietalk.com to find our links to our socials, or call 682-253-4468 and leave us a voicemail. We've got a great show for you today. We will be reviewing Keeper. We'll start out by giving a spoiler-free synopsis and review. After we give our score, we'll jump into the spoiler section. Later, we'll be playing Are They a Keeper? Or Keeper or Nah. I can't remember what I titled it. Look, I'm basically...
Keep or no keep.
A keep or no keep. I'm basically Dr. Love. So I thought I would show the two of you a few online dating profiles of some very choice bachelors and bachelorettes to find out which ones you think are keepers.
I'm excited.
Yeah. So, I mean, for Bryce, you can look, but you can't touch. Sydney, you can touch as much as you want, as long as they're cool
I can't
with it.
wait. Amazing.
As long as it's consensual.
Right.
Always.
Alrighty. Keeper can be found in theaters now. After nearly a year of dating, lovebirds Liz and Malcom drive to Malcolm's family cabin for a little getaway. Liz immediately picks up on some strange vibes, both from the cabin and Malcolm. Something is definitely off, but at least there's chocolate cake. As Liz learns more about Malcolm, she is bombarded by visions of dead women, creepy ghouls, and severed heads. All of this in the name of love. Maybe it would have been better to stay single after all. Keeper's trailer keeps things pretty ambiguous. And so I had very little knowledge of this movie before going in. All I could gather was that this movie was about a woman on a trip with her boyfriend who is kind of creepy. And honestly, that's kind of what we get for the entirety of Act 1 and Act 2. Liz is just mildly bothered by her boyfriend acting strange, and other than that, there isn't that much to say about it. The director, Osgood Perkins, is currently making a name for himself with movies like The Blackcoat's Daughter and Longlegs and The Monkey. But Keeper seems to be something else. While there are mixed reviews on Longlegs, some loving it and some finding it very weird and cheesy, what we can all agree on is that Longlegs has some very interesting concepts that make the movie at least worth checking out. Unfortunately for Keeper, there really isn't anything all that interesting about it. It's a cabin in the woods story with a domineering, creepy man and a seemingly helpless yet feisty female protagonist. It almost doesn't get more cliche than that. I will say that Act 3 opens the movie up a little bit more. The creepy visuals and monster designs were quite scary, but that doesn't make up for the movie being kind of bland most of the time. Even when it ends up doing something kind of good, the story is borderline nonsensical. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I mean, I agree with most of what you said. I just don't like I know that the movie is like something's going on and you're trying to figure out what's going on in this cabin and what's going on with this guy, but I didn't really think he was that creepy. Like I don't know. I mean, I think if you're dating someone for a year and it's like your first time going away with them, that is like, you know, nerve-wracking in itself, but not, I feel like you should trust someone after like a year, right? Like, I feel like this, I don't know, the whole concept of the movie was just like, it just doesn't make any sense. And I really love The Blackcoat's Daughter. I think that is like a perfect horror film in my eyes, but this movie just sucked. Like I could not, it was just so bad. Like the only redeemable quality were how the monsters looked, like the monsters, quote unquote. But like we'll get into who the monsters are and stuff and spoilers. I just like that was the only good part of the movie, and that happens like 5 minutes before it ends. So it's like you're waiting the entire movie to just get to a point where you're like, wow, that monster design is like really cool and awesome and effective and creepy. But the rest of the movie is just like, okay, what's the vibe here? Like, what are we doing here? What is happening? Like, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in this lady. I'm not interested in this guy. I don't really care about this house. Why do we have a shot of the ceiling all the time? There's so many shots of the fucking ceiling with nothing. It doesn't have to do with anything. It never comes back. It's just boring. It's boring, and there are laughably bad parts of it. I brought one of my friends to see this with me, and I apologized afterwards. I said, I am so sorry that I made you sit through that. Like, this movie was just so bad. It was just boring and stupid, and I'm giving it a 2 out of 10. I just really didn't like it. Most of my complaints I'll get into in spoilers, but yeah, it just, no, not good.
Well, I guess I'm the only one that liked it. I really liked. I think it's kind of a common thread because I really liked Longlegs. I really liked the monkey. I like Osgood Perkins' style. I think it's interesting. I think he's a very capable director. The type of movie this is definitely a slow burn and doesn't give you much to grasp onto in terms of explaining what's going on, and that's with intent. But there's, I don't know, I kind of like movies like this where there's any number of ways it could go. Like, I was like, in the opening scene, I'm like, okay, so is this a vampire story? Are these two brother vampires?
Mm-hmm. I thought
like
that
seems
well.
like the easiest one to do. And then, you know, then there's the spooky monsters creeping around that you never see but can kind of hear scampering around on the roof. And yeah, a lot of those shots of just looking into nothingness, looking into like the ceiling or down below. I could see how it would just come off as boring if you're not into it. And yeah, it's slow. There's not a lot going on for the first half, but I think it accomplishes setting a mood and stringing you along. I'd say it's slow, but I don't think that I was ever like super bored with it. I was pretty engaged throughout. And I thought the relationship was interesting. I don't view it as cliche as Max does. He's not the boyfriend is not a domineering dude. He's like a Mark Ruffalo type. He's kind of like a soft spoken, you know, soy boy, and she's just along for the ride, and you know. And there's probably some stuff that she doesn't know about him, but that's only like alluded to through her conversation with her friend.
I can't wait to talk about that conversation with the friend, because, oh my God. Okay, keep going.
I mean, it felt pretty real. It felt pretty like grounded to me, the relationships. I loved the cousin being a gigantic asshole. Like, that's like a very strong character.
I think in my notes I put the cousin is more interesting than the boyfriend.
Yeah, because it's a much stronger character and plays off of Rossif Sutherland's, kind of softness. But that's what really adds the intrigue, because it's just alluded to that the asshole cousin and Malcolm are essentially doing the same thing, just with a different style.
Yeah.
And that Darren, the cousin, is basically preying on women because he's a, rich kid, who's bagging models, and he's like unapologetic about it. But then, it's alluded to that Malcolm is essentially doing the same thing, but just slower.
Yeah.
And eventually it's revealed exactly what's going on. And I think the only thing that's really keeping this back is that the reveal at the end doesn't quite match the amount of stringing along that is done in the first 2/3. And there's probably not enough given in the first 2/3 for they probably need one or two more scenes that allude to what's actually going on, or showing a little more earlier on to have the delivery of the ending have more impact. That being said, like, the ending is awesome. Like, the creature design is fantastic, and it ends up being a really satisfying ending. So I liked it. I don't think it's like one of the best of the year, but I'd rather, again, this is a bad comparison, but I'd rather see like 6 of these than one more Wolfman. It's
yeah, I mean, Wolfman was like really bad, but this was also really bad. I can't believe you like this. Like, I'm just so shocked.
Well, what's your
that
score,
you
Bryce?
thought the ending was good. Damn.
Yeah, I'd give it, I don't know. I mean, you guys are forcing me not to be as generous. I'll
you
give
can
it
do
like
what
a
you
6.
want. Do what you want. Do what you want.
I'll give it like a 6 out of 10. I was going to give it a 7, but yeah, I mean, no, for me, it's like a 7 out of 10. Like,
Okay.
I enjoyed it. It's not like upper echelon. It's not like must see, but I think it was a quality movie. I enjoyed it. I thought Osgood Perkins is putting out interesting movies, and I'm looking forward to what he puts out next.
You know what? Like, we need a dissenting opinion, because all I see online is how bad Osgood Perkins movies are. So you're like you're like in the minority, and I think that's fun, because I can't wait to hear, like, when we dive deep in spoilers, I can't wait to hear like how you reacted to a lot of the stuff, because if you really like this, it's obviously like different reactions than me and Max had.
I mean, say what you will about Osgood Perkins, it's not cookie cutter. Like,
no, I'm not
they're
saying he's
not
bad. I
like
mean, I
any
love
other. And I think that's like one of the things where it's like you could make another Conjuring movie, and it's going to be satisfying to people.
I would say that this movie is somewhat cookie cutter.
I think he's intentionally making unsatisfying movies because they're more interesting.
Here's what I was, because my score was fluctuating throughout the watch, and after like 45 minutes, I was like still thinking this could be a 5 or a 6. Like, there's nothing that bad about it. It's just kind of nothing all that interesting is happening. It feels like a very simple plot. And then it was really like the ending where, man, I was getting so confused because the monsters looked so scary, where I was like, this could be really good, but it just didn't feel like they did anything all that interesting with it in the end. So
I wish we got more of the monsters. That would have been nice. I understand, like, he was trying to like build suspense by not showing them until like not really showing them until the end. But I mean, again, like I love The Blackcoat's Daughter. That's one of my favorite horror movies of all time. I loved Longlegs. Those are two movies I really liked. And then The Monkey I didn't really like. And then this was like it's been a steady decline for me. And I think he has another movie on the way too, like another horror movie. Like if I'm not mistaken, I feel like I saw something about that.
When did
But, like,
Longlegs
he's
and the
just
Monkey
pumping-
even come out? Like, is this his third movie of the year?
The Longlegs came out last year,
Okay.
last summer, and then The Monkey came out in like the winter of this year, right? Like in the beginning of the year.
Yeah,
I'm
Monkey
pretty
came
sure.
out Monkey came out this year.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Longlegs was definitely last year though.
So he's making them pretty fast, though.
Pumping them out, man. And Tatiana She-Hulk here, which I had no idea, and then you said it was She-Hulk, Max. I was like, holy shit, it is. She was in The Monkey too. She was the mom.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And I was like, damn. She looks like Jessie Buckley a lot. And the last episode I said Jessie Buckley was in The Shape of Water, and someone was like, that was Sally Hawkins. Right? That's her name. And Sally Hawkins was in what did we just see?
What did we just see?
What did we do? Bring Her Back? She was in Bring Her Back. We didn't just see that, but she was
Oh,
in
yeah.
Bring Her Back. So sorry, I've never seen The Shape of Water. So whoever corrected me, thank you. I didn't know anyways. But she looks like Jessie Buckley too. It's like this Irish phenotype or something. I don't know.
Let's talk more about phenotypes.
Yeah, let's talk about eugenics.
What's a phenotype?
It's like the physical attributes that are passed down through like genetics, I think, right? Is that kind of what it is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Observable characteristics of an individual resulting from the interaction of its genotype with its environment.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
A phenotype.
Is this phrenology? Sounds like phrenology.
right, I'm not
Alrighty,
getting
before
in-
we get
yeah,
into
yeah.
phrenology, if you are listening to these commercials, you should know that you do not have to. Guys, we have a great Patreon set up for you. There's many tiers that we have just reorganized so that you get more bang for your buck. You can get ad-free content over there. You can get lots of bonus content and much, much more. A favorite tier is the $6.66 tier, where you can get bonus content and early access, and you can even vote for a movie every month. So you can nominate a movie that you really want us to watch. You can convince the other patrons to vote for your movie, and then later on in the month, we'll have an episode out on it. I think the winner for this month, so far at least, is, what is it called? Green Inferno. So we're going to be doing a Green Inferno episode coming up here. Also go to horrormovietalk.com/shop. There you can buy merchandise with our logo on it, if that's your style. Also check out our resident artist, Dustin Goebel, a professional artist who fucks hard. He also takes commissions for artwork from HMT fans. Contact him at I'll say that again, at DGOEBEL00 on Instagram and make your artistic dreams come true. Tell him we sent you. He also has a project called Forayan out on Instagram, and that is linked on his personal page and I believe on our page. So you can go check that out. And he's got this really cool comic that he's creating, or graphic novel. Again, if you want to call into the show, like many, many before you, call 682-253-4468, and you can hear your voice at the end of an episode. Thanks again for listening. Let's get on into the spoilers. So I felt like the opening montage of women kind of gave away the entire plot, and I guessed it literally within the first 30 seconds of this movie. They're showing women from different eras, I guess you could say, different periods of time, kind of falling in love with this unseen man, and then like finding themselves in danger, and then cut to them screaming covered in blood. And I immediately guessed, I was like, okay, so whoever the man is in this movie is like some sort of immortal guy who preys on women and then kills them.
Mm-hmm.
That's Max. I had to hold back from saying that in my review because, the opening montage, you're like, okay, so he's some like ancient immortal like demon type thing that needs to feed on women to survive.
Mhm.
And then the whole movie, I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, when are we gonna say it? Then they say it, and I go, well, that makes sense. I knew it. Like, why?
You gotta wait an hour
opening
and a half
scene,
for them to say it too.
a fucking hour and a half, and it's like the opening scene is like, I don't think we needed that. That gave away everything. Like, you know that this guy is the perpetrator of that first scene, this whole movie, and you're just waiting for it to happen. And then it happens, and it's so anticlimactic when it happens because it's like, well, yeah, I get it. Like, that's how I felt.
Well, agree to disagree. Yeah, I mean, it's obvious that that's what sets up the tension is you see all these women over the ages dying, and obviously, Malcolm has something to do with it, and he's probably immortal. Like, yeah, that stuff is set up. The tension comes from like, when's it going to happen, and how is it going to happen, and like, what is she going to do about it?
In the house
Huh?
when he leaves. It's going to happen in the house when he leaves, and then
Well, yeah, when he
doesn't.
leaves, that's where it's like interesting because you're like, well, you assume that he's going to turn out to be the predator.
He's the danger.
And he's going to be.
He's
there's
the
going
one
to be
who
a
knocks.
turn. Yeah, and he leaves, and you're like, well, wait a minute.
Mhm.
And where are all these monsters? What's going on? Who's climbing on the roof?
Well,
What's the deal with his cousin?
Here's the reason I think they could have done without the opening montage is because she finds clues about these women in the house. So we don't need it. She finds a black and white photo of him standing with a woman from like the 50s, and that gives all the information that I need.
Well, yeah, but that's
Yeah.
at like the end though.
It's
You
very
still
far
you guys still
into
get
the
a
movie.
solid amount of time. You still get a solid amount of time though. Like,
Well,
before.
here's the thing. I mean, I'll argue further for it. It's literally like it's suspense. Like that's what this movie is suspense of
and you felt that.
and
You
when is
felt
it
the
gonna happen?
suspense.
Huh?
I didn't feel the suspense at all. I was just sitting there going, okay.
Well, yeah. What I'm trying to say is I felt like it was giving the plot away too early on to where I didn't feel suspense. I felt like I knew exactly what was going to happen. And then what ended up happening
Yeah.
was pretty close to what I thought was going to happen. I mean, I think the stuff with the monsters was more like, out of left field and not what I expected. But it's not, it's barely used, I think. It could have been used more, I think.
Well, yeah. I mean, essentially the mechanics of like she's going to be a sacrifice
Mm-hmm.
has something to do with him being semi-immortal. Like that part is established, and like that's you know what you're working with. The whole mechanics of why is he immortal? Like, what are the scary monsters? What do they have to do with Malcolm? When's it going to happen? Like that's the part that's the suspense for me. Because I don't know, I was like engaged enough to where I was trying to forecast it, and I'll say it's like, it's not easy to guess what's going on because it's not actually explained very thoroughly. The mechanics and what's going on other than
the how
well,
of
let's
the
just say,
operation
like,
is very confusing.
what is the thing?
Yeah.
Because like I'm not sure I can explain
So-
it.
What do you mean? Like,
So
what thing?
when Malcolm and his cousin were young boys in the 1700s or
1600s?
whatever, like
Yeah.
they stumbled upon a pregnant woman in the woods on their family property, and as good 12-year-old boys in the 1700s, they pull out a rifle and shoot a pregnant woman like bathing. And
She was on my land.
exactly. So they drag her into a pig pen.
Hog pen.
Right. And they come back later and she has given birth to a litter of aliens? I don't know.
It looked like intestine. It looked just like gore on the ground. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't make out what it was. I was like, sure. Here we are.
Oh, a important note. This woman looks exactly like Liz,
Right.
which is a coincidence.
Important.
Yeah.
And these aliens, I guess, are like these baby aliens that have just been born are like, hey, bring us women to eat, and we will let you continue living until the next sacrifice, basically. So if you keep bringing us women, you'll keep living, I guess. But I don't know how that works.
How it's explained is,
And then they shoot her in the head, and she also has black eyes at this point. And they shoot her in the head, and then they keep her head, or like the babies keep the head.
They embalm the head in honey.
Someone embalms her.
Mhm.
They need to keep her for ritual purposes. Question mark.
Yeah, I mean that's the question mark. So yeah, I mean it's like, okay, is this woman a witch? Because it's kind of very witch iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
iconography.
if a pregnant woman is dancing in the woods, then yes, she has to be a witch by 1700 standards. Like that was
Well,
kind of,
I mean,
right?
she's dancing around. There's smoke on the ground. They say that they've caught her naked in the woods doing the same thing and have warned her not to do that anymore, else she'll get shot in the head. And it's really the witch's fault for being shot in the head. I mean,
Fucking
I mean,
women,
to be
man.
fair, if a pregnant woman continuously showed up on my property naked, I wouldn't shoot her, but I would, take legal action at the very least.
Cease and desist.
Like, please.
so there's
coming
that. But it doesn't, like, if she's a witch, why does she give birth to monsters?
Right.
Were they monsters because she was killed while she was giving birth? Or
They look like aliens trapped in Russian nesting dolls. That's like their design.
and then Malcolm, when he's telling the story, tells the fairy tale of like the magic fish giving wishes.
Mm.
Which it reminded me of The Sopranos a lot. Have you guys seen? I mean, Bryce, I'm assuming you have.
And
You
why
haven't,
would you
Max?
assume I haven't seen The Sopranos?
Because I feel like it's not a type of show that you have seen. Like you probably want to watch it, but I feel like you haven't.
I haven't seen
That's
The
my-
Sopranos,
that's my-
but that's
that's
rude
my
that
assessment
you
of you.
assume that I don't.
I don't think that's rude. I just don't think that I feel like we would have talked about it, I guess.
You
But
think?
whatever. So, okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to assume. But in The Sopranos, Tony has dreams about this fish that talks. And it reminded me of that. It reminded me of the fish that's Big Pussy in his dreams. And,
Well,
that's a character name.
This
And,
story of the fish
yeah.
that grants wishes, this is like I've heard this type of thing before. I don't know if it was exactly
Yeah, they
like
used
this,
it
but
in The Sopranos.
yeah. So I was also, to be honest, Keikoa was texting me things that she wanted me to buy from the store after the movie during the fish scene, and so I kind of got lost in the sauce and didn't listen, but
Oh my God, Max, that's so bad of you. You can't use your phone in the theater.
I know what you gotta text your wife back. You can't ignore your wife just because you're in a movie.
Sure you can. It's easy.
My phone's on D&D when I go to the movies. My phone's on D&D right now. But the fish story is
Playing
basically
Dungeons
like
and Dragons?
this. Yeah. The fish story is basically like a fisherman, casts his line and a fish hooks onto it, and the fish is like, "I'll make you a deal." While it's out of the water, dying, it's like, "I'll make you a deal. If you throw me back, I'll grant you 3 wishes." And Malcolm says, "But why wouldn't the fish just wish to be off the hook if he has this power? So you're like the fish." Or the demons are like the monsters are like the fish.
I think you
The
said
monsters-
the demons were like the fish.
Yeah, the monsters are like the fish because they can't save themselves.
Mhm.
Right. They obviously are the
'Cause women
ones in
need
need
help.
of
That's-
something. So
Right.
they act like they have this power of like, ooh, we'll grant you immortality, and they can, but they're not these all powerful beings. Like they will die if they're not fed.
And you will die too because. But what I didn't get about this whole thing, like of course there's little like plot holes and stuff, and it's all ambiguous and whatever. But why if you killed the mother of these monsters,
Mhm.
why would the monsters grant you immortality if you killed their mother? But that doesn't make sense. Like that is what didn't make sense to me. Like is this supposed to be like some kind of commentary on like women?
Well, it's because he
and
said that.
men?
That's how we know. He said that that's how it works.
He's like, well, we shot a witch in the head after she gave birth to some crazy shit. And then the crazy shit said, you can live forever if you feed us more women.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. But does it have to be women? It's also my question. Could you feed it any? What if they were gay? What if the guys were gay?
Now, does it have
Did
to
you
be
feed
a
him in?
woman that you've dated for a year? This is the thing that I was confused about. I was like, so wait, you just need a sacrifice. You don't need to like fall in love.
Couldn't you just grab someone and kind of just feed them to it?
There's
Like,
any number of homeless women on the under the overpass,
Right.
you know, or on the off ramp that you could just be like, "Hey, honey, come in, blow me for $20," and then just take her to your cabin in the woods
Jesus
and
Christ.
feed her to the monsters.
I mean, what Bryce is saying is objectively terrible, but a very easy way to get a human sacrifice, right? Like you don't need to
no, yeah.
to take someone on.
If you were forced to sacrifice a woman to continue living, which is the more ethical choice? I ask
Definitely
you.
not falling in love with one. Because listen, you're spending this money on dates. You're taking her to your cabin. Like you're introducing her to your cousin. This is a lot of work. This is a lot of work and effort that you need to put into. And from this what is her name in the movie? I forget. Liz. From Liz's like point of view, there's a guy staring straight into my apartment right now. Okay.
Don't you have blinds?
But they're open. It's the
Oh.
daytime. Okay. Well, that's fine. Hopefully he'll go away. My door's locked. But sorry. But Liz, from this conversation that she has with her friend, it seems like Liz has had very bad luck or bad timing with relationships. She's always been a quote unquote side piece. And her friend is kind of little mean to her throughout the movie.
Her friend is awful. We have no reason to believe she's a side piece, yet her friend just keeps saying she is.
I mean, maybe that's why. Maybe your friend just knows her and is tired of the same story
Tired of her
playing out
bullshit,
over and over
yeah.
again.
I mean, which that makes total sense. Like that, like, you know, we've all been there. Like people, you know, got to learn from your mistakes, et
We've
cetera,
all
et
been a
cetera.
side
But
piece at one point or another.
no, that's not what I meant. I mean, like, yeah, we've all been a friend who like keeps giving advice to another friend and being like, "Can you please take my advice?" But the phone call in the beginning is to like set up exposition, give us a little information about Liz. But it also makes no sense for her seemingly pretty close friend to be like, so you've been dating this guy for a year, right? Wow. And I've never met him. Wow. Yeah. I'm just learning about this right now. Like that's kind of how it seemed. And I was like, I feel like you would know if your friend was dating someone for a year. Like that's a little crazy. And then like, I don't know. I thought it was
Well,
a
that
weird
is
phone
crazy,
call.
and that's probably why she's pointed it
Yeah.
out. Or she hasn't ever met him. You know, it's like if
That's
you've been dating
weird.
someone a year and you haven't met their family, and they haven't met your family or friends, like
It's a little strange.
it's a red flag. It's like, what's going on here?
But it seemed like it was her friend's first time hearing about it, was the way that she was talking. And that also was weird. And then the next phone call we get with her friend is like, you're a fucking side piece. He has a wife. He's fucking eating her pussy right now, you fucking stupid bitch. And you're like, whoa, like, this is a crazy conversation.
She was a little too
like,
hard on her for
she
no
she
reason.
really does.
See, I just see that as being a good friend. Telling it like it is.
I don't know.
Because there's something wrong, right? I mean, I think that's like
Well,
what the
obviously.
friend is alluding to is something's off about this guy and someone has to tell you.
But then why wouldn't her friend come pick her up? Because she was like, come pick me up, come pick me up. And then she didn't.
Because, it's
Burn me once.
reception. Was
And
off.
also another problem is during this is when he's gone and he says he had to go to work. Obviously he didn't. So this was supposed to be the time that she gets eaten by the monster women, the monster offspring. But he comes back, like the cousin comes and is like, oh my God, you're not dead. And like he comes back and he's like, oh my God, you're not dead. And then he fully explains it to her. And while he's explaining it to her, he goes like, oh, I hate getting to this part with the women when I have to explain. Or he says something like that. And it's like, well, you thought she was going to be gone by the time you came back. But you also knew that you were going to get to this point that you had to explain this to her. What the fuck are we... Bro, what is your logic? You've been doing this for hundreds of years. You should know your fucking beats at this point, man.
Yeah.
Wasn't hitting his mark.
The other thing that's like really out, I'm in the wind about is what is the chocolate cake supposed to do?
Yeah.
Like, is it literally just supposed to sedate her and then all of a sudden it gives her psychic powers instead?
So he does
Like-
say that one bite is supposed to like put you to sleep. So there is some sedation aspect to it, but I also think it's like once you eat the cake, you're like marked for the monsters to come eat you or something like that.
Mm.
But for some reason, when she eats the whole cake, she becomes superhuman and like immune to the monster's powers or whatever.
I think,
Well,
I think the underlying thing that explains most of like the things not going how they're supposed to is that she looks exactly like the monster's mother. So
That's what I was going to say.
Malcolm is expecting them to attack and they don't. And then also, especially, Darren, the cousin, when he comes, like, they attack him once it looks like he's going to attack her with the meat cleaver. And so this is all unexpected to Malcolm and Darren because they're just assuming the monsters are going to attack her once she's defenseless. And they just keep not doing that. And the explanation is that mommy,
And I just don't like this type of reasoning. This is the same reasoning for you guys have seen Batman versus Superman, I'm sure.
No.
Where they're just,
Martha.
yeah, they're beating each other
What
to
name
death.
did you just say?
And then they stop because they learn their moms have the same name, which is which is something that I guess brings people together who are enemies. And
Well, I mean, that's a little different. Like if you're, mindless monsters and you see your mom's face.
well, no, I
that you've
agree,
been
but what
worshiping
I'm
inside
saying
of a honey
is
jar
I
for
think
hundreds of years.
I think it's
makes sense.
a flaw on the writer's side because it makes sense for them to be like, mommy, but like, how on earth does she look like their mom? This is something that doesn't happen in real life. Like people don't
It happens in real life.
People don't
Haven't you
duplicate
seen, like, the
Bryce.
pictures of Keanu Reeves, like back in the 1800s?
I just think like
I mean, people look alike.
it's a big coincidence that she happens to be the exact replica of their witch mom who died 200 years ago.
Also, and why would Malcolm pick someone who looks exactly like the witch mom? Because like that probably is going to lead to bad things on Malcolm's part. Like I don't know. He was always like, yeah, I mean they look similar, but that's also not a photograph. You know what I mean? Like that guy probably looked a little different than Keanu. But like it's just.
Although that
I don't
picture
know what
of
Malcolm-
actually, I'm about to eat my words because that picture of Bryce's great great grandfather. looks exactly like him.
Yeah, I mean, there's some.
It's your
there's
profile
strong
picture on my
genetic
phone
traits.
because it looks so much like you. Hold on. I want to do this without showing your number to the screen. No, it's not gonna. Oh, there it is.
Papa Bear. Okay, that didn't
That one
Where
didn't
am I?
even look
Oh,
like him,
I
dude.
missed,
No,
I missed
that,
it. Let's see.
that didn't look like him at all. Come on, Bryce.
That looks more like the
I mean,
rich guy from
that
Parks
is
and
pretty
Rec.
Nick Cage.
Why is? Oh, come on.
I mean,
Like
these
these-
are pretty close.
Yeah, they're close. But like, I don't know.
I mean,
My friend was
that one's
texting
just
me the other
racist.
day, and he said he thinks that there's only 500 variations of faces, and everyone just kind of looks like 500. There are just only 500, and I was like, all right, sure, why not?
Okay, that's not even close.
Oh,
Yeah, this is just racist, and that's a woman.
Yeah, the black ones are just I mean, that's a little closer than what's her name? This is just like, yeah, don't they all look alike?
Yeah, that's not. They don't look alike at all.
Not even close. Daniel Radcliffe. I mean, come on. Are you blind?
Bryce just pulls up the most racist article of all time for the podcast.
okay, that one's kind of funny.
That's crazy.
I mean, these are definitely easier with people with facial hair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can hide a lot of your features when Oh, speaking of facial hair, Malcolm's beard, I was staring at it the whole time. I was like, that's the coolest. There's a really nice beard. There's a really nice beard. He had a really nice beard. The whole time I was like, damn, I shaved my mustache 2 weeks ago. It still hasn't come back in. Like, I was like, fucking, it was mad nice.
Sydney, you're in the part of your life that all men go through, where when I was 16 and the hairs were starting to come through, I wanted to save them because that was the only facial hair I'd ever had. But it's, you got to just shave it and wait until it comes in full.
That's why I shaved it 2 weeks ago, because I had like the 15-year-old boy, like weird looking little mustache that was just kind of right here. But now that I shaved it, it's growing more up here.
That's the kind of
So
mustache
I'm like,
that my brother
God.
has now, and he's like 23. So
See, I mean, it's all genetics. I might not even. I mean, I don't think I'll ever rise to the ranks of Bryce.
Yeah,
with
Bryce
your
has a nice beard.
fantastic beard. But
It's not even that thick, to be honest.
yeah, but it looks good.
mine is like really, really patchy. I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's all see-through right here. That still bothers me. Like, I can't. Yeah, I don't have a thick beard. Speaking of genetics and phenotypes, do you know who Darren is related to?
I don't.
Or Malcolm?
Mm-mm.
The guy with the beard?
Like
He
in
comes
real
from
life.
a strong beard genetics. He's Donald Sutherland's son,
Oh, wow.
Oh,
which is
Wow.
crazy because I just assumed it was always just Kiefer. But apparently Kiefer has a brother
interesting.
named Rosif.
Rosif.
And
Because I
Rosif.
thought Rosif was like not American.
Yeah,
way
it says
The way he talks is like he's trying to hide an accent. Did you guys get that?
no, it's literally like I said, he's a Mark Ruffalo type. It's like you don't know what he's doing, but he's like just this weird, soft-spoken, weird dude. Yeah, he's a son of Donald Sutherland and Francine Rissette.
I don't know who that is.
Who is that?
There was this really cool moment where Liz is on the phone with her friend. And so that's the main thing of what's happening. But behind her in like a blurred out silhouette is this like very lanky person who's heads just starts going up and the neck just gets longer and longer and longer until it's off screen. That's really effective.
Max, I laughed out loud.
No,
I laughed out loud.
I think that is really cool looking and really scary. I liked it a lot.
So there's actually, so this is actually, I'm assuming that this is on purpose. But there is a Japanese, like, you know how they have, like, you know, every country has their lore, and in Japanese lore, there's a Rokurukubi. It's a Japanese yokai, which is an apparition in Japan. And they look like humans, but they present as like human women, but they have like necks who stretch and heads detach and fly around. And they're mythical creatures from Japanese folklore. And I was trying to like do some research. But so it's like legend suggests that these beings are women who have committed grave sins in their past lives, must endure the curse of wandering the world. And they're pictured as women who have like necks like that. So so that happened, and I was like, oh, I recognize that Japanese yokai from literally playing Silent Hill F and whatever. But I want to talk about like the feminism in this movie, like I will say quote unquote feminism, because like we have this ending where like, you know, you're like victory, right? It's like a victory for women at the end, and women have been obviously wronged by Malcolm and his cousin this entire movie, and so we want to win for the women, but like there are scenes that just don't make sense. Like when the cousin comes over with the Eastern European model, when they leave, Liz racistly makes fun of this woman. Like she's like impersonating her accent and being like, oh, Malcolm, don't you want me to have big fake titties like her? Like, and I was like, damn, this is like kind of crazy. Like she's like not supporting a woman right now. Like this woman didn't do anything but help her. She said something that, you know, kind of should have helped her with like the cake tasting like shit. Like she just kind of appeared, and Liz gets like really strange about it when she leaves, and you know, is faking her accent and stuff. And I was just kind of like, this is interesting. And then we have the dynamic between the friend and Liz, which the friend is trying to help her, but she's also like, you know, her and Liz getting a little bit of a fight. And then we have like, oh, like this woman from a long time ago was a witch because she was dancing around in the woods and she unjustly gets shot, but actually she was a witch, ? She actually was evil, maybe, ? And she birthed these monsters, ? But the monsters who eat women are actually just women themselves and they want mommy back. And yay, let's kill the guy at the end. Like, what? I was just so confused on like, is this supposed to be like a dub for feminism, or is this supposed to be commentary on feminism? Like it was all over the place with this messaging. And that was another reason why I didn't like this movie, because I was like, I don't know what we're trying to say here about any of this lived experience of women. But
yeah, I mean, I think you
know.
might just be trying to wedge it into a feminism allegory when it's just not.
But it was. It 100% was with that ending. 100%. No?
I don't know. I mean, you could have just easily replaced it with the guy, and I don't think it necessarily talks to, you know.
Well, I mean, like women in horror movies are like,
I think, you know, anytime you show a
like,
witch, like there's definitely like subtext of feminism, like it's built in.
That's what I was saying. That's
but
what
I don't think it was.
Also, we don't know.
I think
she
all
was
the
a
things
witch.
that you're describing is more like I viewed it as good character development, because what it really means is she's very insecure. So she sees the Eastern European, you know, instead of being like, what an asshole your cousin is, I can't believe he's that shallow. She's instantly like,
she also
like,
says
is that what you
though,
really want? Is like, am I not good enough? Like, because the cousin was an asshole to her, and so she was offended and probably didn't like that Malcolm wasn't defending her in the moment, and wondered if that's what he actually wanted, was a fake So it was like she's being super defensive there, and then the part with like her friend treating her like an asshole. It sounds like to me, if you're super insecure and you keep going with these guys that you don't see the red flags, and your friend is trying to save you from yourself, that's kind of what that would sound like. So I think like it's mostly showing her insecurity and inability to confront the problem that's right in front of her. Like,
Yeah.
she should have run away the instant that he was like, wait, let's not fuck right now. You got to eat the cake. Eat the cake. Like, the instant that happens, they're like, no.
Yeah, and he doesn't cut a slice for himself.
Eat the cake.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, are women not keyed? Like, how keyed in are women to... As a man, if someone puts something in front of me, I'm going to eat it. However, I know that if I was a woman, I would have to think differently. Like, if a man hands you, even if you've been dating him for a while, if a man hands you a piece of cake, says you need to eat this, and I'm not going to have any, there's drugs in that cake.
Yeah, there's something wrong with that cake. Like, when he set it down in front, I knew, obviously, that the cake is going to be a thing when there's a box of it on the, you know it's going to be a thing. And then he places it in front of her and he doesn't eat any of it. That was my signal. I was like, girl, you don't even like, she says she doesn't even like chocolate. Don't eat the cake.
Well, and no one's going to mention that there's like smudges of blood on the box. Like, just not even address the fact, like, did she cut herself when she was making the cake? And do I really want to eat this cake if she's so careless that she's just smearing blood on the box? Like, who knows what she did in the cake?
Wait, can I, one of the things that I laughed at the most, like one of the funniest lines to me that was not supposed to be funny, but I laughed, was when, like, so he says, like, the caretaker makes the cake, right? And he's like, we have a caretaker and she does a bad job, so she makes cakes. That was funny. That's not what I'm talking about, though. But later on, when Liz is having her, like, hallucinations and visions of these other women, there's a point where, like, there's a woman sitting at the kitchen table with the plastic bag over her head, which is kind of effective, right? With the flies, and you're kind of like, what the fuck's going on? Later on, when Liz is confronting, or Malcolm or whatever, they're talking, Malcolm comes back from work and Liz goes, well, the caretaker came. And he goes, what are you talking about? And she was like, the woman who had a plastic bag over her head, isn't that the caretaker? Girl, what the fuck? I was crying laughing. Like, what do you mean? You thought that was real and that was the caretaker show? Well, yeah. She was like, I don't understand why she would have a bag over her head, and like she would just show up, and Malcolm's sitting there like, huh, interesting. Like, girl,
bitch, you crazy? Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing that's unclear to me, is like, what is happening to her? Why is she having these visions? Like, why is she able to like tap into, the past of all these murdered women? And how does that relate to the monsters? To the monsters? Well, yeah, at the end, one of the monsters is like an amalgam of all the past murdered women.
Yeah.
And, in
I
a lot of the visions,
that.
it's alluded
that
to
was
like,
so cool. That was really cool. Like, that was my favorite monster. It was really cool.
Yeah. So the question is, like, I still don't know what's going on. Why is that? Like, why does she have these dreams? And is it literally like, yeah, I don't know. Was it dosed with mushrooms and she's just like, something about the haunting of this house, like, infused her mind with the stories of the dead women? I don't know. And I think that's probably like why I was engaged, because like it doesn't explain any of that ever. So I'm still trying to figure it out.
She's the daughter of the witches you couldn't burn.
Either careless storytelling of like, it's just sloppy, or it could be interpreted as like intentionally open-ended, and open to interpretation, which I'm usually in the former, but on this one, like, I was fine with the latter.
by the end of the movie, you're supposed to feel this like triumph of like she overcame, but it just feels really unearned. Like, let me explain how she overcomes. Okay.
She came, she saw, she conquered, babe.
She came, she saw, she come. She is given over to the monsters, right? Helpless.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna die. And Malcolm has done this many times, so he's very confident in the fact that she's gonna die. And she overcomes by the monsters just being like, nah. And then she lives. Like, it's literally just like, she doesn't earn it. She doesn't do anything to overcome, is what I'm trying to say. Like, she just is given. They're like, you look like our mom, so we're not going to kill you. We'll kill Malcolm instead.
And Darren.
It's just happening to her. She's falling into it because of her phenotype. Okay.
Which is true.
Which is
literally true.
Like, if it was like she outsmarts him in a way and like gains the monster's trust, like that's one thing. But just to cower in fear until the monsters are like, nah, and that's how you win. It's kind of boring.
Yeah, and she didn't really, and it would have been a little bit more earned if there was like scenes of her, like, I mean, she's hallucinating, but it's like after she comes out of these hallucinations, maybe scenes of her trying to figure out stuff about the women that she's seeing, or like we could have saw what was in the locket a little bit earlier and how it looked exactly like her, and how we didn't find that out until after we found out that the witch looked exactly like her. Like, I wish there was a scene where she was trying to figure something out. Like, she was just like, she was doing nothing. She was doing nothing the whole time.
Very little
like,
super sleuthing. Mostly taking naps and drinking wine.
Yeah, and then she finds that picture on the ground because the monsters gave it to her, basically. And her assumption from this picture that looks really old is, you're cheating on me? You have a wife and kids? Like, girl, you're smarter than that. And I know you are. Maybe she's not. Maybe she's not, I guess. She didn't really give a fuck. She was spilling wine everywhere and sleeping. You're right. Like, I don't know. It would have been more earned if she really put 2 and 2 together. This man is trying to kill you. You're in the middle of the woods. The other lady is gone. You didn't see her anymore. You heard screams in the forest. Like, Darren was surprised to see you. Like, you're supposed to be dead, girl. Put it together. God damn.
There's also this element of like, yes, like Bryce is saying, that it's ambiguous on purpose and it's open-ended, so it doesn't explain certain things, leaving you to like try to come up with how this is all working, which I think it can be good to a degree, but it almost feels like the writers are just giving up. Like, she is trying to escape and trying to open the doors, and he's like, oh, the monsters seal the house. I don't know how it works. Like, it's almost verbatim what he says. And it's like, so you just wanted her to not be able to escape, so you threw that in there, and it doesn't, like, you got to tell me something about why these things happen. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, here's a good discussion point. What were the things that you thought it could be, like, throughout the movie? Were you thinking like, oh, this is what the explanation is going to be, or like, here's how it works? So before it was revealed, like, first, what were the options that you had going through your head?
At first, I was thinking vampires, because Malcolm and his cousin both give off vampire vibes, and they're like really old. But then I was like, this could just be a regular slasher. Like, he could just be a serial killer. He picks up women, he brings them to the cabin and kills them. That's what I thought for like most of the movie, probably. And then I kind of thought it was aliens because of the way they looked.
Sydney?
I thought from the opening sequence that he was going to be some like immortal demon. Like, it was going to be some demonic stuff, like the Blackcoat's daughter kind of vibe. of like, he's like hypnotizing women or, whatever, and then killing them for power. So I feel like that's like, I don't know, both of that and what Max said, like it's not super far off of like what it actually was,
Yeah, I went through the vampire thing.
I didn't think vampires. I didn't that because I was like, this doesn't strike me as a vampire movie. But
like when the witch shows up, or it shows like the woman around the smoky creek. It's like, all right, so some kind of magic thing, obviously. And then my favorite one, which I was kind of mourning that it wasn't. I wanted it to be like a super nefarious twist on Tuck Everlasting.
What is Tuck
I
Everlasting?
love that book.
That the
Oh my
creek that
God.
it had long dwelling shots of all the water, that it was actually going to be like the spring of life. There was like, oh
That
yeah,
would've
you
been
drink this water
awesome.
and you'll live forever.
Max, Tuck
Except they had to have
Everlasting.
some kind of human sacrifice element to it.
Tuck Everlasting, Max, is a book that I read in 5th grade, like in school, and it's about this like family that's like has found the fountain of youth and is trying to hide the fact that they're immortal.
Yeah.
And it's so good. Like the movie's so good too. Like we watched it in class. It's so good. It's such a good like.
But what do you know
The
about...
book is like super bittersweet. It's just basically about like,
It's so sad.
what the realities of being immortal would be.
It just
especially
sucks.
for like a teenager.
Yeah, it just blows. Like, but it's so good. But that would have been I would have liked that twist. I probably would have liked the movie more if it was like a fountain of youth situation. That would have been cool.
Now, what do you guys know about like Bridge to Terabithia?
I know Ball.
Nothing.
I know Ball. Really, Bryce? I guess you wouldn't watch that.
There's no fountain of youth, but there is a creek.
Yeah.
And
Dakota
a
Fanning
small
does
child
die.
drowns in it.
Yeah,
Oh,
and that's
okay.
pretty sad.
Now, this is a children's book, by the way.
It's really sad.
All right.
Josh Hutcherson's in there.
Yeah. What's that song that plays the...
Blow my whistle, baby, let me. Speaking of Josh Hutcherson, Five Nights at Freddy's comes out soon. FNAF 2.
You know what?
Are we ready?
It looks better than the first one, I'll say that.
I didn't see the first one, so I'm going to have to see it before we
It
review
looks
it.
more like they're trying to do the premise of the game in this second one.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, let's move on. So
what
who
would you
like this?
Yeah, would you recommend this to anybody?
No, this was, as I wrote in my letterbox review, this is shit from a butt. I don't like this movie.
I think Sydney's a little harsh on the movie. I think I think I didn't like it, but I can see other people enjoying it. You know, I would wait till streaming though. I don't think you need to spend $13 to go see it in a theater.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was good. I think it's worth seeing it in the theater if you want to see an interesting horror movie. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's not worth waiting for streaming.
Mm-hmm.
If you like Osgood Perkins' previous movies,
If you like She-Hulk,
you'll probably like this one.
you're a big She-Hulk fan.
Yeah, you're a big
monkey
She-Hulk fan. If you want to support the Sutherland family, go see it in theaters now.
Alrighty. You guys ready to play Keeper or Nah?
Yes, I'm so
Keeper,
excited.
no keeper?
Keeper, no keeper?
Yeah, keeper, no keeper, like sweeper, no sweeper. Or swiper, no swiper.
I think you're getting lost in the sauce there a little bit. All right, hold on. Let's
We're being keeps.
Keeper, no keeping.
Keeper, no keeping.
Keeper, no keeping. Oh man,
I've never actually watched Dora the Explorer.
so good. Romance. Yay, that's so good.
This was a stock image, by the way. He came like this. All right. So the premise of this is I've collected some interesting dating profiles that I think might capture your attention. You just let me know if you want to swipe right or left. For those who don't know ball, left is you don't want to date them, right is you want to date them.
Okay.
This is the first buckaroo.
Swipe right if you clown around.
So basically what, for the audio listeners, we've got a 128-year-old clown named Pennywise. Let's peruse. So he is into juggling and comedy.
Sewer exploring.
Yeah.
Circus fair.
He's a circus. I mean, are you going to give him a chance or what?
I personally would say no.
It's the forehead, isn't it? You're so shallow.
Just...
What is AK?
Probably a typo.
What is AK with an open grin?
I think there's lots of typos in these.
Okay.
Did you make this?
I somewhat made
Of course
these.
he did.
Oh.
Come back to Dairy Between Some.
I see.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I would say no. Swipe left.
I'd go on a first date. Yeah, I'd swipe right.
All right.
I want to know more about the sewer exploring because I think that's a common interest. Who doesn't like exploring sewers?
Did you?
I'm not like, I think that people are attracted to Pennywise, and I see that online sometimes, and I am personally not attracted to Pennywise. I don't know why people are.
I mean, that
but
hairline
I think
is
that's
crazy.
great. Yeah, I don't know. That might be it. I don't know what it is, but it's not. I think Bill Skarsgård is a great Pennywise. I think Tim Curry was a great Pennywise, but
Is Bill
I'm not-
Skarsgård a good Pennywise because his eyes naturally just go in different directions?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
I've talked at length at why I don't think the modern Pennywise is good.
You don't.
I think
you
Tim
don't
Curry
like him.
is better personally.
I think Bill Skarsgård could have been a great Pennywise if they had just changed the character type not to be overtly terrifying at first glance and was actually a clown. You know?
Yeah, he's not supposed to be overtly I'm halfway through the book, by the way.
I mean, if you watch the 90s version with Tim Curry, like, he is
It's creepy, but it's like
creepy and like it is scary, but he's also overtly just a clown.
I see.
Like he's in clown. It's like if you saw, a clown that smoked, a pack a day
Mhm.
and was in his 50s.
Sure.
Okay. It's like he can bring it because he's been clowning around.
He's
for
been
a long
clowning
time.
around for a while.
But also, if he talks to you in his normal voice, you're like, ugh.
right.
There's something off about it, and that's what like the 90s Pennywise was, because it could go both ways very quickly. Modern Pennywise is just a terrifying monster. I mean, they've got
Right.
his lips like drawn through his eyes. It's like, okay,
Yeah, it's a little much.
are we even going to try to make him actually look like a...
Are you?
I mean, it'd be crazy if it went back in time, it was like, here's what Pennywise used to be like when he was a clown, and just all the kids are screaming, running away from him while he's juggling.
Have you? Are you guys gonna watch the new Derry, Welcome to Derry or something TV show?
No, dude,
I probably will.
I saw a clip from it and it looked like shit. Like, and I know that people are probably who listen to this are probably watching it and they like it and whatever.
I've heard
Like,
people
tell us
hyping
what
it
you
up.
think about it. But I saw a clip of it and I was like, oh my God, this is just like it just looks bad. I'm sure the show is good, but I didn't like the way it looked.
I've heard it's scarier than the movies, so I want to check it out. All right,
Interesting.
next Bachelor.
Did you know that this is Osgood Perkins' dad?
No,
Oh, yeah.
Anthony
Didn't know
Perkins. He died of AIDS, and then Osgood Perkins' mom died in 9/11.
wow,
Yeah,
that is some
he was
back-to-back bad luck.
Anthony Perkins was a closeted but out gay man that had a baby with a woman because you kind of had to. And then he died of AIDS. And and then
He had to?
Well,
Did he have to?
to not be outed
Maybe he really wanted to be a daddy.
publicly? He didn't. It's really that's why Osgood Perkins is so fucked up. He makes these crazy movies. He's got a lot of baggage. That's a lot of shit. But
Cite sources.
So
do you
this
mean?
particular bachelor here is into taxidermy, bird watching, showering. That's a plus.
mhm.
He's well groomed. I mean, look at that smile.
I'd swipe right on him. I'm gonna be so honest. Even when he dresses like his mom, like whatever.
He's a good looking man.
I love it. I love it. Like I love a man who could do both, babe. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing about Norman Bates. Like, of course you swipe right. He's charming.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's
He's
charming.
just a nice guy. He's a little off, but it just makes him more interesting.
Norman
He's
Bates
sexy.
is the guy though who, like, when you do your gender reveal for the baby, he hugs his mom before he hugs his wife. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true.
That's all right. That's all right.
All right. Next. Oh,
30.
this is a strange looking man. But he's into voodoo.
Anthem is Psycho Killer by the Talking Heads.
He likes role play. That's kind of kinky. Are you into role play, you guys?
I personally am gonna swipe left on Chucky.
Yeah, I'm gonna
not
swipe
for
left
me, man.
because he's not 6'1".
He's obviously got a deformity. I mean, human beings don't look like this unless there's something wrong.
Mhm.
So
I guess a perk of Chucky is that he can't get you pregnant because he's made out of plastic.
I mean,
I mean,
he also
well, that's
probably doesn't have a
unconfirmed.
penis.
Yes, he does. He has sex with Doesn't he have sex with his wife in the movies? No, he 100% does.
is there a Chucky sex
Yeah,
scene?
but what child's doll is anatomically correct?
That's true. That's true. I didn't think.
A doll trying to teach healthy body. You know, what am I trying to say? Teach your kids about penises,
Bodily
guys. It's
autonomy.
important.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got to know the right names.
They do. They have to. It literally keeps them safe
Yeah.
Mhm.
Where did he touch you?
on the penis. If they don't know that word, they can't tell you.
He touched my cookie. Okay, we don't know what that means, bro.
Touched my cookie.
Right.
Oh, dude, did you see all those videos on TikTok? When was it? Was it it wasn't this Halloween, but maybe it was this Halloween where everyone was buying the ghost face masks and being like, there was like a big trend of everyone basically saying that they're going to have sex in the ghost face masks.
I mean, there is porn of Ghostface, like very, very much of men with Ghostface masks on. People think
what's the
Ghostface
appeal?
is sexy because it's like the risk. It's like risky, you know.
Shh, don't be Scar. I'm just your average guy giving mysterious strangers some surprise calls and hanging out.
Don't be Scar.
Personally, I'm gonna swipe left because it's just cringy. Like being that
Mhm.
obsessed with horror trivia.
It's a little
Like,
cringy.
I'm
He is
sorry.
1 mile away though.
He's close.
It's a quick fix.
Well, I'm a sucker for a sexy phone call, so I'm gonna swipe right.
Mm, okay.
Ooh.
Ooh. I mean, who's not gonna swipe right on Candyman?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Candyman
say
fucks.
he definitely fucks, and I do love Candyman, but the bees, I can't deal with the bees, man. I really can't. It's just too much for me. The bees are a lot. The bees are a lot.
Oh my gosh. I just remembered that we haven't talked about Bugonia. The bees reminded
Yeah, I
me of
haven't
that.
seen it yet.
Oh,
Oh, well, we can't. Fuck, Bryce.
Bryce.
We can't even talk about it in the afterpod.
Whatever.
The bees.
So the bees,
I can leave the afterpod and you guys can talk about it.
No.
or you can
You
just
gotta go
zone
see
out like you
it.
usually do.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, I found this clip, guys. Wait, it's been 20 minutes.
It's not my fault that you guys never ask me about anything.
Bryce, if you want to tell me something, you tell me. Are you you need me to poke and prod until you tell me you had an okay week?
Yes.
Bryce, how are you?
Well, you gotta save it for the pod.
We are on the
Gotta save it
pod.
for the afterpod. You know, can't just go spilling my guts
That's
here.
paid content. Oh,
Was
that
that
was
it?
it?
That was it.
Oh,
Don't be Scar.
Don't be Scar. I like hanging out.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
I was reading the typos.
The bio. It was just all typos.
Oh,
Don't be Scar. Alrighty. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of Horror Movie Talk. We appreciate your support. If you want to have more content, if you want to find out how Bryce's week has been, and all things Bryce,
We're going to ask him.
go pay $6.66 and you can have that episode and hundreds, literally hundreds more. And thank you, love you, bye.
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 Good day, sir. Good day, sir. You lose. You get nothing. Is that a raincoat? Yes, it is.
I just took a stroll through the scraggly woods.
He had no face.
Horror! Wow.